Hello students, welcome back to my channel. So in today's lecture, we will learn about trigonometric identities. In our previous video, we already learned about the standard value of trigonometric function like sine, cos, tan, cosec, cot and tan. Cosec, cot and sec, right? So here we will learn that what are called the identity and what are the trigonometric identity looks like. So in previous lecture, we already know what are the standard value. I guess we don't have any doubt in that case. So now, at first we will learn that what is called the identity. So basically, a identity is the formula which is true for all the values of theta. I am saying theta because here in trigonometric case we will only deal about the angles and side we already told. So angle means the general form to measure general term to measure angle, we take it as a theta. So here I have written what is called an identity. So an identity is a formula which is true for all the values of theta. That means if we take any value of theta, it can 0, it can be 30, 40, 45, 60, 90, these are the standard. But rather than that, if we take 55, if we take 65, if we take 127, so that identity also satisfied for all that particular value of theta. So it does not mean that it will only satisfy for the standard value like 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90. These are our standard value. The standard angle we already learned. The values of these particular angle we know for sine, cos, tan and cosec, cot, sec. But rather than this, if we are taking 35 degree, 42 degree, 41 degree, these are not standard measure of angle. So in that case also the identity will give the same value. Okay. And what do you mean by identity? In case of addition it is 1. Right. So the 3 identity we have to recall in trigonometry identity. Only 3. And we can transform that 3 in for our easiness of the calculation. The first one is sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1. Sine square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1. So if we take any value of theta here, it will always give us 1. What it will give? It will always give us 1. It can be sine square 41, cos square 41. What will be the value? Obviously 1. So this type of formulas are called identity. 2 more identity we are having. Sec square minus tan square theta is equals to 1. And the third one is cosec square minus cot square theta is equals to 1. So here, how can we recall these 3 identity? The first one, sine cos, we are so familiar with sine cos rather than tan, cot, sec and cosec. So sine and cos, in this case, we will put the positive side. In case of sec tan, it will be negative. And in case of cosec cot, it will always be negative. In some books like R.S. Agrawal, R.S. Sharma and so on, the identity can be written as sec square theta is equals to 1 plus tan square theta. Cosec square theta is equals to 1 plus cot square theta. But no, you can only remember like this way. If you learn in this way, then there will be no confusion between the plus, minus and the sine, cot, cos, cot. Because it is sine, cos, we are familiar, so much familiar with. Then sec tan. And the last one is CC, that is cosec and cot. The sine square plus cos square is 1. Again I am telling the 3's. Sec square theta minus tan square theta is equals to 1. And cosec square theta minus cot square theta is equals to 1. So basically these 3 identity are so much important for all the exercise of trigonometry. Okay. Now next I will show you how to prove these 3 identity. In case of sine square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1, we will take the help of Pythagoras theorem. We will only take the help of Pythagoras theorem. So in this triangle, by Pythagoras theorem, what we can say? What we can say? That is the hypotenuse square is equals to perpendicular square plus base square. So AC square is equals to AB square plus BC square. Is not it? Now divide we are dividing both sides of this equation by AC square. By what? By AC square. So it is become AC square by AC square, AB square by AC square, BC square by AC square. Am I right? AC and AC got cancelled out. What we get? 1. AB by AC, perpendicular by hypotenuse. What? Sine square. BC by AC, what we got? Base by hypotenuse, cos square. So what is this? The first identity of trigonometry. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1. Proved. The second identity. How to prove the second identity? We already have the first one. That is this one. Now divide both sides of the equation by cos. Divide both sides of the equation by cos. What it become? Sin square theta by cos square theta. What it becomes? Cos by cos is 1. What it becomes? 1 by cos is right. Now this is becomes tan. This is 1. This is sec. Just transform it. Tan will be go to the right of the equality, so it will become minus sec square theta minus tan square theta. Simple. Okay. I guess no doubt in this case. Now, what is the proof of the third identity? That is cosec square theta minus cot square theta is equals to 1. So basically, if we transform this equation, this one, cosec, what is the identity? Cosec square minus cot square is equals to 1. Let's say this. Sin square theta by sin square theta is 1. Cos square theta by sin square theta is cot. 1 by sin square theta is just transform cot to the right hand side. Cosec square theta minus cot square theta is 1. So simple to prove, so simple to simplify. You just have to recall the three major identity. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. Sec square theta minus tan square theta is equals to 1. Cosec square theta minus cot square theta is equals to 1. That's it. Thank you for today, and in our next lecture we will introduce and we will explain the height and distance chapter. Okay, stay tuned with me. Thank you.